We are going to do a little engagement Q&A. We're going to start off not as strong because the juicy questions come at the end. A lot of people are asking about my ring.
Why doesn't fit?
Why so young?
Favorite thing you're both excited about going into marriage?
This one I feel like is pretty juicy because so many people want to know this question. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to technically our channel now.
Kesley and Brock. We're Brock and Kesley.
Yeah.
Wait, whose name's first?
Like it matters.
Oh, it matters.
No.
It's mattered my whole life because Brock and Boston got first.
Yeah, but you were born.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Who's older?
Brock.
Oh, got you there.
Who has to marry you?
Who said yes?
Oh my gosh. Fine, we'll leave your name at the front.
Okay. Technically, this is still Kesley Jade. Once we get married, you're gonna be seeing Brock a lot more. Yeah. So this is technically our channel. It's Kesley and Brock. We are going to do a little engagement Q&A. And what I mean by that is we've been getting lots of questions from you guys, from people on Instagram, like TikTok, like just everywhere. People just asking about our wedding and asking about our engagement and how it happened and why I knew and why I picked up my ring and all of these things that it's just like people want answers to. And so we thought we would do a little engagement Q&A. So I posted a little story on my Insta and asked you guys to give us some of those questions that you guys are wondering. We're going to start off not as strong because the juicy questions come at the end. A lot of people are asking about my ring. Why
it doesn't fit?
Actually, let me clarify that. I have gotten questions about if I need to go get my ring resized, which yes, I do. I got back from my mission, and when you're on your mission you just get fed by a lot of people, which I was like so grateful for, and so I gained a little bit of weight, and that is totally okay.
Me too, yeah.
And like honestly, you can ask any missionary and yes, they gained some weight. I came back home and then I lost a little bit of weight before I went to Tennessee. We are actually in Tennessee on our little Tennessee trip that we did, and we looked at rings and we got my ring size to see what it was. We were like, okay, that's my ring size. So we go and we customized my ring together. This is actually another question that a lot of people were confused about. Why I knew about the ring and everything. You can ask anyone, literally anyone. Everyone loves to pick out their ring. Like all girls love to pick out their ring.
And I'm sorry, I don't think you would have trusted me just picking out your ring. I don't know if I would have either. Something similar. I think I would have done like a big diamond and then just like this, and then like the gold thing. I wasn't gonna design it like that, where you had like all like almost looks like floral kind of. I just helped him customize it and kind of just told him what I wanted. I sent him some inspo pictures, and then this is what it turned out like. It just takes the stress off of you worrying if your girl like likes your ring or not. But if she sends you inspiration pics and like helps you out, then you're chilling. I don't know why people were confused about that, but I wanted to pick out my ring because I'm wearing it for the rest of my life. I wanted to get a ring that I'm actually going to absolutely love. Yes, I did pick out my ring, and I did know that I was going to be proposed to soon. That is another question we can answer in just a minute. Moral story, I lost a little bit of weight by the time I got my ring, and so we have to go and get it resized again. If you have a ring that doesn't fit on a certain finger, I have this little spiral thing that goes on the back of your ring, and I literally just got it from Amazon, and it just goes straight on your ring. So you can see here, it's like a little spiral, and then you just hook it onto your ring, and then you go like this, and then it will like spiral on, and then you cut off the amount of length, like the amount you want on your ring. So that's how I got my ring to be a little bit tighter on my hand. So I can link those if you guys ever have any rings that don't fit, because there you go, these are nice. And they're hidden, they have like silver for the silver rings, all the stuff. This next question goes along with what we just answered. When you got proposed to, Kes, did you know for sure it was gonna be that week? We posted the proposal before we posted all the other dates that we were going on that week, and so people were like, oh, she knew all, like the exact day and everything. And you guys, no, I literally did not know what day he was gonna propose. Yes, I did know the week. He was planning 5 dates. When you go and you ask a girl to marry her, like you kind of like gotta know if she's gonna say yes or no. Like you gotta talk to her family, her parents and stuff. So that's exactly what I did. And I finally got in the ring. We basically planned, I feel like, not all, like a lot of our wedding, but like we planned like some stuff for our wedding. Because like we've been dating for 6 years. It was finally time. And so I had the ring. I'm like, okay, she knows I have the ring and I just need to propose to her. So I'm like, to throw her off, to like surprise her, I'm gonna do 5 dates in 5 days. So that's what I did. I took her out on 5 different dates and then I proposed to her at one of them. It kind of worked, not really.
To be fair, a lot of people were not happy about Brock teasing me about proposing. Like
I was doing
the
that
whole day.
Every date though.
I know, he did it every date though.
But
so
people just didn't take the time to go and watch those videos.
I know, they didn't understand. Again, I knew, but I didn't know what day. I knew the week, I didn't know what day. And then he proposed to me. Actually, he did surprise me. I didn't think it was going to be that day. I honestly thought it was gonna be like the next day or something, but it was crazy. I eventually found out when we were driving up to the canyon and...
I feel like I could have made a surprise too. But you kind of wanted to know because she wanted to wear a cute outfit. Her mom helped her out.
My mom, no, I didn't know though. My mom helped me pick out cute outfits throughout the week. I could have gotten proposed in anyway. But my mom knew.
How do you ask your parents? Basically, I feel like they kind of had this, I don't know, they already knew this was coming around that I was gonna ask them. I just decided to give Corey like a text, or I think I called him, and we just scheduled like a little lunch meeting and stuff, and so that's what happened. I picked up Corey when I came back to Utah finally, and then we started talking. He just like interrogated me, asked deep questions. We also,
like all dads do.
Yeah, we did like we talked about like our 5-year plan, what we expect from each other. Just kind of like laying down like expectations, which I thought was really good.
You didn't film it, huh?
I didn't film it, no.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't either.
Okay, yeah. And then
we didn't want to film that because it's just a little more personal, privacy, all the things.
I also asked her siblings too and stuff. When I took her siblings out to lunch and I talked about it with them, asked some questions and stuff, and yeah, just made sure everything was good with them. So.
That was actually sweet when he went and like took out my siblings.
It was fun.
I thought it was so sweet. I was like, aw. So it was cute. Why so young? Why are we getting engaged so young?
Dude, I don't know. I feel like I'm late to the game right now.
Yeah, here in Utah, yeah. So this is how I feel. I honestly don't feel young. Like, I really don't. We're in our early 20s. Yeah, that's considered young outside of Utah, for sure. Totally understand that. But honestly, we have been dating for 6 years. 6 years. We're hanging out with each other every day. Still, to this day, we hang out with each other and do everything together. So we kind of were just like, what are we waiting for? Why don't we just get married and go travel the world together? I want to do life with Brock anyway, so why don't just put a ring on it?
Let's go, Tess. Okay.
Cool.
Keep going.
Oh my gosh. That's my honest thoughts. We were dating for 6 years, so why wait?
I think there's like 2 ways you can base it off of too, like spiritually and also just like logically. And I think just spiritually made sense. We came back from our missions. We kind of had things that we wanted for like our future families and everything. I feel like we kind of met together on those needs. And then I'd also say just logically it made sense. We both have jobs, supporting ourselves financially. I think we're just ready. Like, might as well.
I think sometimes people forget that we've been dating for 6 years. That's a long time, especially here in Utah.
And we've seen each other in our lowest moments and our happiest moments.
Yeah. Literally puking out my guts. Oh my gosh, that was embarrassing.
We've cried with each other. We've done
everything together. Here in Utah, it is common to just date someone for even 6 months and get married.
That's crazy. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry, I like you a lot, but I could.
Honestly, no judgment here. Like, if you know, you know. Go for it. We've been dating for 6 years, so I think our situation's a little bit different than everyone else's here in Utah.
At the end of the day, it's between you, your person, and God.
Exactly.
How do you manage to plan a wedding in such a short time? Venue, vendors, available dress? That's a really good question. I feel like it hasn't really been that short of a time, because I know my parents, I think your parents, my grandparents and stuff, they had super short engagements. Really short. Shorter than us. Generally, I think it's like to be engaged for like a year. Is that usually like what it is? Or I don't know, when they graduate college or something, I don't know. I think we've been able to manage it because like we kind of know what each other wants. And also like our jobs too are super flexible. That's what I love about doing social media, is that we can literally just like film us going and finding a venue. We can go film us going and like planning stuff for our wedding and stuff. We're working at the same time while we're doing our planning. That's what's awesome about doing social media. It's super flexible.
To clarify that question a little more, we've been planning a lot longer than you guys have seen. On our missions, we low-key were talking about it, and that helped us to know what we wanted and like what we were looking for. And it's actually a lot easier to find like certain things. Obviously there are like smaller details that are hard, and that has been probably super stressful. Basically, it's been pretty easy, and we've been able, things have just been falling into place, so we've been very blessed in that way. But we've been planning a lot longer than you guys have seen and have heard. Honestly, we've probably been planning for like 6 months.
I want to ask you a question.
What?
When did you know you wanted to marry me?
Oh my gosh.
I want to hear it.
Why?
Because you want to know when I kind of knew.
Yeah, I do want to know.
I just had that thought come into my head. I remember even before my mission, I was actually having like gallbladder problems, or no, it was parasite problems or something. And my dad, he was taking me to the hospital, and he's just like, yeah, dude, like just having like a conversation with me, man to man. Dude, if you really love Kesley, like just marry her, dude. And I was like suffering, and like the passenger side just like, bro, my stomach kills. I do not want to talk about this right now. But he was like getting so down. He's like, dude, yeah, just, if you love her, just like marry her. And thanks, Dad. I'll remember that.
That is
and
funny.
So I actually think like that was like the time where I really saw you. I could actually marry her. I was getting ready to graduate, and so yeah, that's when I think the first little hit me where I'm like, oh, I can actually marry her.
I think for me, I have like kind of 2 stories here. Brock and I in our relationship for the past 6 years have been through a lot. I think every relationship can go through this, whether they take breaks or break up for a second or they stay together. But Brock and I did go through breaks through out the 6 years that we have been dating, and I think that's okay. Honestly, I think that was best for our relationship because that helped us make decisions that were very, very important to the both of us and have impacted our lives, and so those breaks were needed. I remember the first breakup, it was so dumb. It was literally so dumb. We were having a fight, whatever, decided to be like, okay, let's just stay friends. What? What did you just do?
Nothing.
We took a little break. That was really heartbreaking for me. I have never really felt just like so heartbroken inside until it was you. So I have liked and dated, you can say, people in the past before Brock. Just none of those little breakups or not really liking each other anymore have ever hit as hard as they did with Brock. It was weird, like it was a different feeling. I think obviously I liked those guys before, but like I don't think I ever like loved them as much as I did with you. And so in that moment I knew like, okay, either this is gonna be the worst heartbreak of my life or I'm going to marry this guy. My second story is when we came back from our missions, obviously things were stressful. My parents actually talked about this in the video. Things were stressful and things were different. Like we hadn't seen each other for 2 years. We talked on and off on our mission. Not on and off really. Actually, we talked like our whole missions. It was only like once a week. That was just hard, and so I was like, I don't know what it's gonna be like with Brock. Like we both have changed and we both have matured and we both have, you know, like we just act different. And so when I saw him for the first time and I hugged him again, that like was a little refreshing because I was like, oh my gosh, like he's so cute, I love him. Like I forgot about my feelings about you, I guess. And then we went to Tennessee together, and I think that kind of confirmed like, oh my gosh, I really do like Brock. Like, and I don't think I ever like stopped liking Brock. It was just hard because we haven't seen each other for 2 years. And so like all these feelings came flooding back in, and I just knew in that moment that like I really did love you and knew that I wanted to marry you.
I love that.
Going back to wedding planning and preparing for a wedding and stuff, people were asking like, what's the most stressful part of the wedding planning? I kind of mentioned this a little bit before, but I think just the little details that you just don't think about. Picking songs out for the DJ, the food that you want at your wedding, and just like, there's like little details that honestly have been killing me. Things are going good, and we have been planning it slowly but surely. What would you say the most stressful thing is?
Dealing with a grumpy fiance. Just kidding. Nah,
hey, every fiance can say that.
I know. But I will say, Kes has done such a good job with planning and stuff. I don't know, I think you're just doing a great job with it all.
Thanks.
And so I think just like the hardest part is making sure like we don't forget about anyone with wedding invitations.
Yeah, that's
we
scary.
don't miss any of like those little things that we need to do. I'll also say one of the most stressful parts was bridals. Doing bridal photos.
Oh yes, I don't know why.
But that was so stressful for no reason.
You guys, you have no idea how much we have done and haven't posted yet. We're like way behind in our content because we've been waiting to post these, and so we've gotten a lot of stuff done, which you will see those videos actually probably starting after this video. I think I'm posting my wedding shopping dress next week.
That's awesome. Let's go.
There's a lot of things that have been going on, but it has been super good. Talking about my dress, someone did ask, did you find your wedding dress and do you think he'll cry when walking down the aisle? I did find my wedding dress. Do I think he'll cry? I don't know. Do you think he'll cry?
I don't know. Dude, Kes was stressing me out so bad during our bridal photos about me crying or not. You better cry. I'm like, dude.
I was joking.
When we were taking our bridals, I was so like nervous and I was so cold. I was like shaking.
It was cold.
Bro, I don't know if I'm gonna cry. I'm definitely not forcing like a cry for this. I was stressing about that, but it was good. I thought it was really good. But maybe I'll cry when you're walking down the aisle.
We'll see.
Favorite thing you're both excited about going into marriage? I think I'm excited just to like live with Kesley. I'm really excited to just cook for her, because like that's what I do with my companions, and I thought it was like super fun. I'm also excited for us to have kids, like have our own family. Also excited for just vacations together and not having to drive home at night.
I agree.
There's a lot of other things I'm excited for, but what about you?
I am really excited to not have to drive home. You're the one that mostly drives home though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very similar to his, like just traveling the world and like starting a life together. I like love traveling, but it's 10 times better when you have someone that you're just like best friends with. I love traveling with my mom. It's just so fun. And then having like your husband or like a friend there is just like so fun, you know? Will you film the wedding? Yes, of course. I was actually thinking about this. I saw this question and I was like, I think it would be so fun to film it because all of the people that weren't able to make it and weren't able to like be there like you guys, it'd just be so fun to like show you guys and bring you on that adventure, because this is a huge step in our lives. I want to share that with you guys, and so I think it would be super fun to film on the wedding day and to create like get ready with me's before like our actual wedding. It was just all the stuff like it would be so fun to be able to share with you guys, and so I am more than happy to film it because I want to share this experience with you guys. These ones are pretty quick, so I'll answer these ones. What theme/colors will your wedding be? We love the colors sage green and blush pink. Obviously, I love pink, you know that. And
now you're making me love sage green.
Hey, these colors are really pretty. I just love greenery, and I think it's so pretty to add those like little blush pinks in there, but just like a lot of greenery. Those are our colors. And then another question is, who is your maid of honor? And actually, I'm going to be having 2 maid of honors.
You can't do that. That's against the rules.
I can do whatever I want. So I'm having Reese and Perri both be my maid of honor. So I couldn't have done this without them, and so I was like, they're definitely gonna be my maid of honor. So
I still gotta figure out my best man.
Oh my god.
Okay, when are you planning on having kids? I'll have them as soon as possible, but that's up to Kes. Nah, I'm just kidding. I think we kind of came to an agreement where we're like, we want to go, we want to travel, we want to do some fun stuff. If kids come along, whatever, it don't matter.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. We said like at least that we wanted to wait a year, just get in the groove of living with each other, working with each other.
You are so
Is that
funny.
not it? That's right?
No, I just think it's so funny. He's joking. I hope you know that. People take him so seriously when he jokes about that stuff.
I would say 90% of the things that come out of my mouth are just jokes.
They are. He's just being dramatic most
If you get offended, just be like, oh, he's probably joking.
Like Brock said, we want to spend some time as like a married couple, and so I don't know how recent we will have kids, but if it feels right, it feels right. We basically kind of just want to hang out for a little bit and wait before we have kids, so we'll see what happens. Last question. This one I feel like is pretty juicy because so many people want to know this question. When our wedding is, Brock?
Our wedding is on.
We are not announcing the day that we're getting married, just for personal and privacy reasonings. We just don't want that information to get out there. We aren't gonna tell you guys when the wedding is, but you'll know, and we'll be posting pictures and we'll be videoing so you guys can come along like you are there with us, because we want to like have every single one of you guys there. Those were all the questions. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for giving us all these questions. We love you, and thanks for watching.
Ciao.
See you guys.